explodes in the basket.
We update you on.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And the topic here prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Heat in this one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. They're still compensating for the loss of Hassan Whiteside.
Kevin, that's a significant blow to them. I mean, their team has an entirely different identity with him out of the lineup. We're not even sure what the identity is yet, but of all the guys to lose, he's the one they could at least afford to.
Yeah, tough to replace, no doubt. Not just because, though, of his ability, but even more importantly, probably the leadership that you lose. Now we have to see on this team if they can figure out a way to do it without him. And it's going to be a challenge, but if you're one of the other guys, you got to look at this as an opportunity.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Adams in at shooting guard. Stoudemire out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Dragic, and it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now the Timberwolves with it. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Here's Adams following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Adams dishes to Stoudemire. That's good.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
We talked about Chris Bosh, and he talked about the skill set and what makes him so difficult to guard. He told me he's very slippery in the post. You think you have him contained, and he'll just wiggle around his guy for a layup. We can never act as if he has nowhere to go down low. He finds space and room all the time. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here's Adams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando. Wiggins with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Levine stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. For Miami, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Adams outside. Shot off the pick. It's deflected. Wiggins drives in, and he goes in for the dunk.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Now, here's Adams. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. And now Rubio pushing it up. No one back to stop him. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Dragic kicks to Adams. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Wiggins, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Now, here's Adams. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Minnesota making some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Gorgui Dieng comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's Muhammad in for Levine. And then for Miami, Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Solomon Hill comes in for Winslow. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Goran Dragic. And it's Wiggins missing.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Hill. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now, here's Adams. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Wade outside. The leaner inside. Wiggins with the block. Rubio against Wade. Here's Wiggins. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Wiggins has got 8 points. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Now, here's Rubio, following the miss by Chris Bosh. And Muhammad kicks to Rubio, drops in the layup for two.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Adams, the pass to Johnson. And count it from 19 feet away.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Off target with his three. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against Washington.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. In front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
To the inside. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And that's 10 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
All right, target center coming out of the court now. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jen. Towns comes in for Jarnell Stokes. Wiggins is checked in for Michael Beasley. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Muhammad. Wiggins outside at the free with Anthony Towns at the 4. Rubio and Levine teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Pekovic in at the 5. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic gave them an edge. He picked up 16 points, but also put up 4 boards. You really couldn't point to too many things he did wrong in what was a complete performance from him, guys.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, G.A.?
Not at all. He was great. That's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And Rubio kicks to Levine. Now the pass to Wiggins. 13 feet away. Stolen by Rubio. And it's Miami with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds: disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
The feed to Wiggins. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Justice Winslow.
Wiggins giving them trouble. Plenty of them. 12 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Miami's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Rubio against Adams. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's right.
Some great shooters here. Let's check out the league leaders. 5th, Karl-Anthony Towns.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
And so Adams nails both of them. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And Towns gets it to go.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Adams down low. Covered by Rubio. Wade gets to Adams. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Rubio dishes to Towns. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or a free throw.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half. Adams, he's in at shooting guard. Chris Bosh is out there with Winslow. And it's Stoudemire. And it's Dragic in at the point. Adams down low. Releases from the wing and drills it. Adams has got 13 points. Minnesota in the lead. Rubio outside. Kicks it to Wiggins. Back to Rubio. Pass to Levine. Here's Wiggins, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Good ball movement here by Miami. It's Dragic with the drive. Shot clock at 6. And it comes off the front of the rim. Minnesota leading by 4. Dishes it to Wiggins. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Minnesota making some changes. Zhang comes in for Towns. And it's Muhammad in for Levine. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Tony Snell comes in for Winslow. Dragic gets to Adams. The dish to Stoudemire. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Bean passes to Pekovic. Here's Richardson. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Richardson's got his first bucket of the night. Levine dishes to Muhammad. Up top, Pekovic. He's covered by Bosch. Stolen by Bosch. Here's Adams. Muhammad grabs the board.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Pass to Levine. Pekovic with a screen. Shot from the wing. Wade with the block. Clock at 6. And Pekovic kicks to Levine. Over Wade. But he stays with it. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
In a tough league like the NBA, here's where Miami sits right now in the league ranking. First in lowest turnovers a game. First in opponent points per game. And they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Passes it to Levine. Poked loose. Takes it off the glass. Levine's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bosch, the screen. And Adams kicks to Johnson. They set the pick. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. 12 seconds left in the third. Levine passes to Pekovic. The second effort and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Joe Johnson picks one up. For Minnesota, they have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Timberwolves leading by 13. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Then there's Towns. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Stokes in at the 4 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And it's Wiggins missing.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Stoudemire, the screen. Here's Adams. Goes back up. Stoudemire, no good. The Timberwolves shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And Rubio kicks to Stokes. Feeds it to Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Heat.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Move the ball.
Stolen by Rubio. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And he uses the glass on the layup. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Poked away. Stolen by Winslow. Adams against Wiggins. Takes the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. The Heat trail by 17. Dragic kicks to Adams. Bosch the screen. Back to Dragic. Adams outside. 6 to shoot. Bosch the screen. Fires the three. Adams' shot is off.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Zhang, and it's Justice Winslow.
Today on NBA 2K TV, it's our regular season finale. We look back at some of our favorite player interviews.
It gives me smiles.
Special guest, the professor, breaks down top NBA player moves.
He hesitates for a second, and he explodes the basket.
We update you on all the 2K Pro Am Road to the Finals action. And there's 100,000 VC going to the top play of the season. You vote on who wins it in 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on NBA 2K TV.